Hello, Helen. Thank you so much for the work you are doing. Your satsangs and guided meditations are doing me wonders. Good. I recognize myself as the self, and I have been experiencing profound and positive energetic shifts. Be careful how I say that word. Across all my energy centers. Phew. I think it's Kundalini, but without kriyas or fiery sensations in the spine, thankfully. But it is challenging nonetheless. For a while now, the magic seems to be lost. Fear has come up again, and old negative patterns of behavior and thinking have surfaced and manifested. Motivation is gone. Anxiety and depression are the dominating experiences. What should I do? Thank you. So Kundalini awakens without all the drama, without all the, the bad press it gets when the conceptual understanding of what's happening is there first. When you've seen and experienced also the truth of your being first, and that energy gets liberated because it's no longer invested in this really energetically costly idea that you're a separate being. That costs us so much energy. You kind of get a sense of that, right? If you recognize you're infinite, even at least theoretically, and we have been believing we're just this one tiny corner of time and space, how much energy it must take to keep that illusion going. But we don't know we're spending all that energy every moment because we're so used to doing that. But when it stops, sometimes there's this massive surge of energy. But when you understand what's happening, there won't be the downside to that energy. It'll still be challenging sometimes, more energy than you feel you can deal with, challenging that thought. But as that energy moves, it's going to bring to the surface everything that you still think that needs examining. As we've been talking about today with desire, thoughts about desire as a separate being, having to examine thoughts about unworthiness, thoughts about others, all of that. So all that's happening is now, because you're seeing is clearer, what needs to come up to be looked at is coming up to be looked at. What is in the way of you living as this needs to be examined through contemplation, just looking at this idea and looking at the emotions that come up. And you said depression, anxiety here. Nothing is going wrong here. As soon as you see clearly, there's going to be a desire to live as what you've seen, isn't there? Of course, there is going to be a desire to live like this. And then that desire will come to live like this effortlessly and continuously. So with that desire, we have to then, to allow it to come to fruition, examine everything that's in the way of that. And that's all that's occurring here. So what does this anxiety say to you? What does this depression want to say to you? There is no point trying to be happy, it says. There's no point. I can never be peaceful and happy. There's no point. An old belief that fits from being a separate being, because we've tried again and again to be happy and failed over and over. Fear, anxiety says, I'm not safe. I'm in danger. Is that true now? For you now? What is outside of you that could hurt you, actually? So this is going to happen. You'll have a surge, a deeper seeing. A new surge of energy comes with that. And then also comes to surface everything that needs to be looked at that disagrees with what you've just seen. We're holding on to. It's extraordinarily rare that a being has a seeing deep enough to wipe away all of our old beliefs. Happens once in every 1,000 awakened beings, or something like that. It certainly wasn't like that for me. I had to go through the same process. Or am I still thinking and feeling as a separate being? And examining those, allowing them to be released. You can use the contemplation video on the core teachings playlist on my YouTube channel. Find out what the emotion says, I'm not safe, and then turn that into a question. There's no point in trying to be happy. I can't be happy. Well, is that true?